Wow, wow, wow. How was that for you? That was, we don't do a lot of classical on this program, but that was Vivaldi. I love Vivaldi. I think he was one of the real true masters of classical music. And that wasn't a violin. I know. It sounds like a violin, but it's not. It is my special guest today I've got here. That's Uli John Roth. Uli, how did you make your guitar sound like that? It sounds like a violin.
Well, it doesn't, to me, it doesn't quite sound like a violin, but it's certainly emulating a lot of what the violin does, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was, when I first heard the Vivaldi Four Seasons, I was just completely blown away and fascinated by the sheer musicality of it all. And it's like over 300 years old, and it's as fresh as it was written tomorrow, completely timeless.
So agree.
So I thought, you know, I need to visit that with the electric guitar, and that's what I did.
Yeah. Oh, it just sounded amazing.
Part of that also in our Alpha experience.
Wow. Well, there we go. I mean, if somebody wants to come along to your Alpha experience, which I know kicks off in SN on the 6th of June, how do we get tickets for that?
Well, there is on my website, ulijohnroth.com, there's a ticket link. They've just...
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So I think we're going to have a big rush going to that website fairly soon to get some tickets, because that sounded amazing. I'm obviously we can't wait for you to tour the UK, but that's got to be sorted out yet. So yeah. Well, while we're talking about touring the UK, we did sort of talk about this off air, and you haven't been to Norwich for quite some time. Have you ever actually played in Norwich at all?
I've not played in Norwich. You know, I have a big map of Europe at home. This is something that started with Klaus Meine. He had a map with needles where you played. And at the time of the Scorpions, I started this map with needles. To this day, I have this map. I didn't religiously fill in the needles for the last few years. It does look like a porcupine, but it's a big map. But when you look at the UK, there is a decided white hole around the Norwich region.
Oh, no.
Nothing there, Simon.
Okay. I think a lot of the regulars, locals will disagree.
The closest would be, I think, Ipswich and...
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. Hang on. Let me just... Hang on.
I'm crying.
Let me just look that up.
Please don't go to Ipswich. Please come to Norwich.
I've done Ipswich a few times, but...
Well, look, we've got the Theatre Royal here, which holds, I don't know, 1,500 people. We've got the LCR, which is about 1,200 people. We've got the Waterfront, which is about 600-700 people.
Okay, now, so I've got the map here in front of me.
Yeah, go on. What's the closest you've been?
It is a huge white hole around Norwich. The closest is actually Great Yarmouth. I played there a couple of times.
Oh,
yeah.
Where in Great Yarmouth?
I think there was some kind of strange festival, like almost like a Butlins kind of stuff with rock bands.
Yeah, the Vauxhall Holiday Park in Yarmouth. That will be something like that. Not the Monsters of Rock, but it was something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, they do that a lot.
But played there a couple of times. That's the closest to Norwich we get here. Then,
what a shame.
That's it. Cambridge is next.
Yeah, Cambridge. Yeah, we're in the Corn Exchange or somewhere like that in Cambridge, is it?
I mean, yeah, set up a gig. I'll play there. You know, just to get a needle into Norwich. You know,
we need a prick in Norwich, and there's plenty of them. I'm one of them. So we're going to get a prick in Norwich. So we're going to set up a petition to get you to Norwich. Elton John did did Norwich about a year ago, and he's obviously not as big as you, but he had about 30,000 people. We had the Killers here last year as well. They're quite a well-known band. So we've had some pretty big ones. I've seen quite a lot of famous guitarists at the waterfront and stuff like that. Not quite in your realms, but you know, some pretty big names up there.
Simon, I have to apologize. So here's my deal. I'd love to play in Norwich, but I do need the official invitation. I can't just turn up there with my guitar.
Come to a jam night.
Maybe you should talk to Alan Partridge about that.
Oh, oh, don't set me up. And the other thing, I'm Simon Pink, and we were talking about this. Now, what is your proper German name? Because your real name isn't.
It's the proper name is Ulrich.
That's right. Which
Ulrich.
And tell the listeners what that means in English.
It's kind of like it kind of means all rich. It means richly endowed, something like that, you know, in German. But that name, nobody was able to pronounce it in the UK. The Scorpions used to call me Uli, you know, so that name, which is a German abbreviation for Ulrich. And so in America, it would be like Ulrich. That's the closest they got, you know. So in the end, we just stuck with Uli, and John is kind of amalgamation of my second name, which is Joachim Anton, you know, J-O.
Okay.
So there you have it.
And what about your surname then, Roth? I mean,
Roth,
is that yeah?
Roth is a pretty standard German name. You would say Roth in German, and it meaning is red, the color red.
Wow! So you are Uli John Red, and I am Simon Pink. That's so we are brothers. That's what it is. This is why you got the talent. And I got I don't know what I got.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you seem to be pretty good at what you're doing. I mean, you know, I couldn't be so effervescent as
I'll send you a truckload of cash right now. Okay, you're being far too kind. Look, we're gonna call it a day here. We're gonna play a bit more of your music, and we're gonna call it a day. Come, give me a track. What would you like to?
Here with South America, 4 o'clock.
Sorry, say that again.
No, because you said we're calling you today. I've got an interview waiting at 4 o'clock with Sao Paulo in South America.
Oh, there we go. I'm off to South America this year on tour. I'm going to Ecuador. I'm off to tour for a month there, all around the theaters and stuff. Yeah, just doing my solo show.
Months in Ecuador with a band?
I'm gonna well, not with a band. Well, there's a band waiting for me out there. I only know one of them, but yeah, I'm going out there.
To be able to do that.
I'm the best. You know, forget Jimi Hendrix. I'm the best.
Wow.
I blag really well. I lie, basically. I've told them I'm really good. They don't know. They don't know anybody. I'm all right. I'm okay. I used to tour in Germany. I used to go to Germany, Anstracht. I don't know if you know that at all. Little town, sort of mid-German, East Germany. Used to do out there as well. I used to do Hendrix a lot of time. I've got. Can you see my? Are you still on Zoom at the moment? You can see me. Here's one of my my Hendrix guitars. See the headstock, back to front headstock.
Yeah. Play me something.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you'll hear anything at the moment. Let's have a quick go. Can you hear?
No, I cannot.
No, there you go. Well, we're stuffed then, aren't we? I was trying to do a bit of
it's a little bit harder than that.
Quite work, did it? So yeah, but yeah, so yeah, I love Germany. Arnstratt, we used to do. It's still around that area. And Essen, is that where Thomas Blug comes from?
Thomas Blug, I think he comes from Saarland, which is much further south.
It's further south. I know he lives sort of on the coast near France and stuff, doesn't he? So yeah.
Thomas Blug.
I know Thomas really well. I've known him for about 27 years now. I've met him at I met him at the London Guitar Exhibition when he was doing exhibiting for Charvel. And I can't say what he said to me, but let's just say he said, I don't, not so keen on Charvels. I wish I had my Fender with me. And I've known him, and he keeps coming on tour, and we've met up for lunch, and we've been out, and I know him really well. And I've used his amps, and I've got one minute. While we're talking guitars, look at this. Look at this. Okay, I don't know how well you can see that on my camera, but that, if you look at it, that's got Thomas's signature there. That's Thomas, and it's one of his guitars. This is his Thomas Blug guitar.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've got that. That's one of his guitars which he's played. So I know Thomas really well. I know you use his Blug amps, don't you?
Yes, we've used them live. And
they are so good.
He's a great player and beautiful person. I really like him a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and his amps are excellent. Yes.
He's just such a really nice guy, and very modest, and he can play just about everything and anything from classical to blues to rock. He's just something else. Early, look, I'm going to have to let you go. I've got millions of other questions I could ask you, but we'll meet up again online some other time. It's been an absolute honor, a pleasure. It's been brilliant to speak to you. Thank you so much for joining me. Have you enjoyed yourself?
Yes, very much so. Thank you.
That's the right answer.
How could I not enjoy that? Just looking at
all
the time.
That's what everyone says. That's what if only my wife said that as well, I'd be okay. But
yeah, well, that's a different story altogether.
Okay, exactly.
Thank you so much.
Great to speak to you, Uli. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll speak again soon. Okay. Yeah. Catch you later, man. Bye bye.